Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bollocks this evening. Yes, you may have noticed once again the crocodile hunter is not here in St. Augustine yet, so once again you get the younger Blake, the ball cap Blake. But once again here in studio, you have the fantastic Leonard Remo.
Thank you very much. Here in the Bozard Ford studio, where we show every day.
Indeed, sir. We have a lot of great topics to talk about tonight. Are you ready to start, sir?
I'm ready to go.
But before we do, we have some amazing partners we need to get to first, and I'll gladly start things off with Bozard Ford Lincoln. Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine, their goal is to make sure your time experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer. That's an impressive award, Lenny, ain't it?
I think so. Dealer Raider? Exactly, which is not easy to say, by the way.
Yes, indeed, sir, especially for a guy with a stutter. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out online today at bozardford.com. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire.
For those of you who may have put your taxes on extension, these are the guys you might want to talk to. For trusted financial guidance with a personal touch, turn to Hebert, Kresge & Associates, CPAs, serving St. Augustine since 1989. With over 125 years of combined experience, their team offers expert service in tax planning, estate, and trust work, business valuations, payroll, and more. Whether you're starting a business or planning for the future, they deliver smart, customized solutions that grow with you. Call 904-460-0747, 904-460-0747, or visit HebertKresgeCPA.com, Hebert, Kresge & Associates, where your success is their mission.
All right, Lenny, let's talk about we are very cool right now.
Yeah.
It's thanks to Powell Heating and Air. Where your comfort's on the line, trust Powell Heating and Air. Serving St. Augustine 24/7, 365 days a year with no overtime fees. From expert AC installation and emergency repairs to duct cleaning and routine maintenance, Powell's skilled team of fully stocked 15,000 square foot warehouses are always ready. They service all brands and offer flat rate pricing you can count on. Call 904-794-2665. That's 794-COOL. Or book online today. Powell Heating and Air, your comfort, their promise.
You're a little peckish and looking for someplace for breakfast or lunch? These neighborhood diners are more than just a place to eat. They're where hospitality blooms and friends gather. Bring your own or make new ones. The coffee is always hot, the smiles are genuine, and the food tastes like home. Actually, we go in there and laugh with the waitresses a lot. Every meal is Every meal is a chance to make memories, share stories, and create bonds that last a lifetime. It's not just about the food on the plate, but the community that comes together at the table. Come see us at Moultrie Creek Diner or Anastasia Diner and tell them Andy sent you.
All right, and let's wrap this up here with what we're thanking our other sponsors here today. Let's talk with A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Mr. Electric of St. Augustine, Brightway Insurance, the Casey Agency, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, the Saint Restaurant, Anastasia Construction Group, Solar Stick, Aber Meehands, A.D. Davis Construction, Land Title, St. Augustine Distillery, and Kaiser's Deli and Market. Support all of our amazing sponsors. Yes, indeed, support all of our amazing sponsors, despite my bad stuttering over that. So, Lenny, how's it going, sir?
Fine. Real good.
Good. How how did trivia go for you last night?
Well, we didn't bet on the last question when we were in first place because we weren't quite sure the population of Guatemala, Costa Rica, Honduras, or El Salvador, and it's a good thing because we had it all wrong. So we ended up in second place. We got jumped by a rubber duck.
Quack, quack. Yes, indeed, but Lenny, are you happy that trivia is coming back to the island, though? September 3rd at Michi's, though. What's your thoughts?
Pizza. It's a lot closer and we can walk, though I was really enjoying the menu over at Sonny's. The barbecue was good, the menu is varied, and our service Savannah was just absolutely fabulous.
Indeed, sir.
So we will go make new friends at Amici's, and at least I know they know how to make a Negroni.
All right, yes, sir, indeed. All right, let's go and begin with tonight's shows. Let's see. I'm going to start with Cracker Barrel. What do you have, sir?
Cracker Barrel Caves. They were going to change their logo to make it a little bit more modern. They were going to take the farmer in the overalls who was leaning on the Cracker Barrel off of that and just have the words Cracker Barrel. And apparently their customers. And the object of that was to try to appeal to a younger demographic, get younger people involved in it. And, there was some backlash, including from the Orange and Chief. And now they're going to stick with the old menu, the old logo. So nothing big there. I think they were also planning on cleaning up some of the inside of the stores and taking some of the tchotchkes off of the wall and maybe modernizing their general stores, which I think is part of the cachet of that place. Mm-hmm. You go in there. I'm not necessarily buying a cast iron pan there, but they've got a great selection of interesting candies that are hard to find and things of that nature. And the staff is always so lovely in a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
And the food's okay.
It definitely is like so we went to, I think Sunday we went to the Cracker Barrel up here on 16th, and it hasn't been like touched yet by the renovations. It still looked like the same Cracker Barrel. Still had like the same peg game that everyone's been complaining that they made soft for people. So it looked like a normal Cracker Barrel, but I think just like the big thing is like I personally don't want to go to a Cracker Barrel because of the location. So like the location, because it's off I-95. Like most of them are off
interstates.
Yeah, because they want to be like more of like a travel stop than just like there's like a simple like mom and pop shop like because you also have like the store there as well. So you want people to come in. But my big thing about Cracker Barrel was, why are the pancakes $12?
Well,
why?
Go to Moultrie Creek Diner. They're not $12 at the Moultrie Creek Diner, and the pancakes are fabulous.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anastasia Diner as well. Mm-hmm. I don't know, because I'm also intrigued to know how many people actually buy a rocking chair at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
because they're all lined up in front of the store there. Look, it's a great if you're going on a long distance trip, you're on an interstate. First of all, you can make a game of counting the number of Cracker Barrels that you pass, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
I think there are. Was it 660 stores, something like that? Was that the number for Cracker Barrel?
I can look it up here.
But be that as it may, I think it's much ado about nothing. They wanted to change their logo. They got pushback. They said, okay, we're not going to change our logo. Carry on.
Yeah.
They're not changing their recipes. They're not changing anything. They've got affordable meal combinations. Fried chicken's not bad.
Yeah, definitely. But another thing as well, like so both sides of the aisle like crapped on their whole rebrand, but like in different ways. Like so I mainly like the conservatives saying like, oh, this rebrand's woke. Why getting rid of the logo?
Stop with the woke. Nobody knows what woke is. Woke is being kind to people. Woke is being nice. Anything past that, you're just making shit up. Stop it, all of you. Grow up. Please be nice to each other, and you're done. You really all need to wake up out there and stop saying woke is wrong with everything.
Have you ever?
Because it's not.
Have you ever heard my dad's explanation of the word? You were in here when he was telling you like what he thinks woke is, right?
Go ahead,
dude. It like basic things like that woke means like all that everything's different, like everything needs to change, like, and all that. So, but he he personally thinks like woke is like something different than the like a majority of people think it is, or like what we think it is, which is just be compassionate to damn people.
Thank you very much, Blake. End of story. That's it. Mm-hmm. And it's been bastardized. It's been kidnapped. It's been taken on a hijacked trip someplace. It's like a guy jumped out of a Kia unmarked passenger car with a mask over his face and grabbed woke and took it away, and we'll never see it again. No. Yes, maybe.
Fair enough. Fair enough statement.
Thank you. I mean, that's it. It's just be nice to each other. What does Jesus say? Be kind. Treat your neighbor like you treat yourself. That's it. Be good to everybody. That's all it is.
Yeah, but
and why is that so difficult?
And oh, look at this here. Look who just made a comment. Woke is from the far left and far right. People, mind your own business.
Well, that's a little closed in there, but
sure. Okay.
Thank you, Bobby, for bringing us back to Cracker Barrel. See, yes. Bobby's the one we should be listening to right now, because he wants to go to Cracker Barrel on his way to Orlando.
Yeah.
Good. I'm with you, Bobby.
I know. And the left should try that. Let it be nice.
The left should try that. Have you met the right, Troy? Come on. Oh, he's not even here and he's causing trouble. The great gator hunter.
Hey! Oh, look!
You got a nice one, I think, too. Yeah.
We definitely saw some great photos, though. But also, I will be saying though, like, when Dad, Aiden, and I were up in South Carolina, and I was texting into the show.
Right.
That was mainly just my dad telling me what to text on air. So he didn't crash the rental minivan on I-95 in South Carolina roads.
Okay, there you go. No, it's just, the left is too far left, the right is too far right. There used to be a center in the country, and right now the center is a big hole with people who are afraid to be in it. Independents aren't announcing themselves because they don't want to be pestered, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
That's all. Just do unto others.
Yeah.
And not in a nasty way. Just be nice. What would Jesus do, for crying out loud? And if I'm saying that, you really got a problem.
Do you really think like if let's say the modern evangelical Christian met the resurrection of Jesus Christ, how
after they shit their drawers?
Yeah.
Holy cow, he's back.
Yeah.
Well, also, by the way, they better clean up their act, because if they were cheating, they're not getting raptured. So you got to be careful there,
Yeah.
If you're in a glass house like that, you're hanging down here with me and burning in a pit of fiery Armageddon.
Boy, fun down here, though.
Absolutely. Well, that's why I'm not going up there. I'm having too much fun down here, unfortunately.
Yeah, indeed, Lenny. So, all right, but yes, and also, by the way, we were talking pre-show about Cracker Barrel. Guess how long this guy said that this segment was going to take?
Well,
2 minutes.
Well, I didn't know how involved we were getting in the Cracker of the Barrel. Hey, I like Cracker Barrel. I think even Julie likes Cracker Barrel from time to time.
Yes.
So, it's all right.
People like the pay game. People like the pancakes. People like the aprons with the little 4 stars on it, because like everyone wants like the server that has the 4 stars on it, because it means, you know what? We're gonna have a fantastic waiter. We're gonna have a hospital waiter. I want that waiter.
Right. And where else can you guarantee you're gonna get chicken fried steak with a white gravy? Not many places.
Not many places, like
Cracker Barrel, it's there and it's good.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, but also and also just brought up like the whole point about private equity firms buying up like all these chain restaurants, and by buying up like all these like establishments as well. Like because you think about like McDonald's, like they used to be like colorful buildings all the time, like the play places. Now the only thing there is just like gray wood flooring, iPad tablet in the corner, and instead of the play places, but then you also have Subway. Like you have like all these places that just keep getting bought up by private equity firms that basically like take the character out of the store, and basically like cut corners at the expense of the consumer, and just like blow up an entire reputation. I mean, that's what's happening also with like Southwest as well, because like people like love going on like Southwest because like the free bags, the no assigned seating, and now guess what they're doing? They're charging for bags now. They're charging people for assigned seating.
Right. It's airline a la carte.
Yeah.
Would you like to sit? That'll cost you. Would you like to pick your seat? That'll cost you. Would you like your soda? That'll cost you. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because there's not a whole lot of interplay in fast food restaurants anymore. Now you don't even talk to the people behind the counter. You're doing everything on a touch screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I definitely do like having the touch screen though, because like I do stutter once in a while, like if I'm not like prepared to order,
okay.
then they might be staying up there for like a little bit like longer than. And then of course, like this, I'm saying this like as like myself, like I know most people don't judge me for this, but it feels like in the back of my head, it's like, oh, wait, does this person thinking I'm taking too slow, man? So I definitely like having like the self-service kiosk there because I don't want like having that pressure behind me. So, but I understand what you're getting at there. So.
Yeah, I mean, there needs to be some camaraderie. There needs to be some human contact before we get.
Indeed, Lenny.
Thank you. All right, what else we got going? Oh, let me start with an apology to Elon Musk.
Oh no.
Well, I owe him one. It's only fair. I mean, last night I was talking about how the Starship's never going to fly. I read an article where they're pulling it off. off the launch pads. They had too many technical problems, and they're kind of hold back on it. And then this morning I wake up and I read an article about the 10th flight finally went off, and it was very successful. So Elon, I apologize. Congratulations. You'll get us tomorrow eventually, and I think that you should be on that first flight. But, they were very successful. It was the 10th one. I mean, half of them blew up. Half of them never got off the ground. This thing is huge. It's 400 feet tall. 400 feet. That's a 40-story building.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just big. But this one got up. It wasn't without its problems, but the problems seemed to be a little more minor than blowing up. It got up. It did what it was supposed to do, because the last test flight, the door that was going to be the pod bay door, Hal, to let the satellites out, didn't open. So they were screwed, and they couldn't put anything into space. So this time, they were putting up a bunch of dummy satellites, as they said, from what looked like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
So they were stacked, and they were just kicked out and kicked out and kicked out. The door opened. The dummy satellites were put out properly. The booster came down in the Gulf of Mexico as it was supposed to, and the giant spaceship itself came down in the Indian Ocean, and that's where they were planning on it, and it was where it was supposed to be as well. So it was a very successful flight. I congratulate them, and I apologize for saying it wasn't getting off the ground when I read an article that said they were done.
Yeah, it definitely is an incredible achievement for what SpaceX is doing. Like, so but of course, like for many people watching this, we're like huge fans of rocket launches because we get to see them off the coast once in a while, though. So and I know they're building a launch pad for the Starship at Kennedy Space Center. So when like all the testing's done in Texas, they're going to be starting launching up there as well. And
we can probably feel the rumble here.
Oh yeah,
that thing is huge. And apparently, what happened with this, I guess there's 33 engines on that thing.
Yes.
One of them didn't fire or went short. There was problems with some of the heat shields. This one of the engineers said, "Well, that looks a little toasted," but it was minor in comparison to the explosions and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Yeah. But of course it's still a test flight. So we definitely need like you're never gonna have like the 1960s with the Apollo mission where you like immediately start up with like astronauts on like your first rocket launch. Like you're not gonna have like the first space shuttle launch where we have like 2 test pilots on there for the first launch. Like thankfully like our computers have automated like enough. So basically say like, okay, we can program these things on the ground and see how our rocket does. So
hey,
but like my big question is like so this rocket's made out of stainless steel, but
okay.
I'm trying to figure out like what's the best way to basically see it, because eventually they want to have people on this rocket.
Yeah.
What's going to be the best way to have like a crew compartment in a stainless steel rocket?
I mean, it would be like, think of an airplane made out of stainless steel. You'd still be able to just accouter the interior. You could set it up that way. What's interesting though is, I mean, this is the first step to getting back to the moon. Now, apparently it seems that China is making greater strides to get to the moon before we will. They're thinking they'll get back there next year, maybe. And we're dragging a little bit behind that. And somebody at NASA said, you know what? It's far from the end of the world, but, we'll be a little embarrassed, but they'll get there. Because they've had a successful lunar lander go up there recently. But the Starship, the giant rocket, is the first step to get back to the moon. But now they're talking about the next adventure in space is going to be refueling these rockets, because they need to refuel to get it to Mars. So they're going to have to do a refueling in space. I don't think they're planning on landing on the moon and taking off from the moon again. And I don't know that it's much closer to Mars than not. But that's going to be a tricky little thing to see. So I'm intrigued by that whole process too.
And the big thing I know, like a lot of people were saying about the moon, and I know that this was brought up by the president, was that eventually they want the United States to build a nuclear reactor on the moon.
Right.
And it's just like,
Okay.
okay, how? Like, just come on.
Well, you're gonna put all this. Look, they can bring supplies to the space station. You can bring supplies to the moon. It just take you a little longer to get there. But there's got to be somebody there to offload it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. But
parachute them down and go pick them up someplace.
Yeah, but definitely has to be like scary. Like if when we do get the nuclear reactor on the moon, is like, okay, how so how are we able to bring the material back? Is like because like seeing like the Apollo 11 crew capsule up close is like that was like some tight quarters for for Armstrong and Aldrin to be in. Then to basically launch back up in a one-time go. Now, but now imagining that with radioactive material
I'm
on
just going to leave it there.
What?
Why would you bring it back? Why would you need to bring it back? Look, Timothy Leary did a lecture tour. When I was at Cornell, I produced Timothy Leary doing a lecture circuit, and it was a very interesting conversation. He wasn't against any type of exploration or experimentation, but he said if you're dealing with, and this is sort of like COVID. If you're doing experimentation with viruses, if you're doing weaponized microbes, whatever it is, so do it in space. If you screw something up, it's not going to kill anybody. It's not going to get back and contaminate the Earth. So he had a valid point about that. I don't think there'd be a need to bring back any nuclear material. You leave it on the moon, you bury it on the moon. First of all, it's not like it's going to ruin anybody's crops, So,
yeah. All right.
And that's so that they can stay on the dark side of the moon for that 2 months of darkness or whatever it is on the south pole of the moon.
Indeed. All right, Lenny. What other topics do you have? So we already started talking with Cracker Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
We got to
my mea culpa. I apologize again to SpaceX and all those brilliant people there that are doing this stuff because they are brilliant.
Indeed, I know like Elon Musk should definitely have like a lot of praise for a lot of stuff that comes to, like especially with space flight and all that. But I do think like other people like give Elon too much praise, and like I heard this from my dad mainly him saying like that he's like an innovator and all that, and I have this feeling like that he wants me to act like Elon Musk more. But the thing in my head is like, okay, do you want me to act like Elon Musk then? All right, do you want me to? It's like I can't. I don't want to be Elon Musk. Sure. I know I have like the capacity. I know sometimes I act like Elon Musk, and I hate that. But I understand what Elon Musk's behaviors are. But it feels like I don't want to be an Elon Musk.
Why? Because of the Asperger's?
Not necessarily.
Elon. I mean, would you say that Elon's on the spectrum?
Yeah, he's already confirmed that.
Right. I mean, that's not a shock. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but my whole thing is look that when he knows so when he says that he has autism and that he's on that he has Asperger's, it makes people that have Asperger's saying okay, why don't you act like that? You have the opportunity to make some incredible stuff. Why aren't you like that? It's like I don't want to be like that, and there's other things that like Elon Musk doesn't want to showing up on the surface of his autobiography is and people know about, but I just don't want that to be like, okay, sure, do you want me to be Elon Musk? Okay, then I had to be all this then.
Well, the interesting thing with Elon Musk is he's not just doing SpaceX. Well, the Doge experiment was just ridiculous, and now it's coming out that they invaded everybody's privacy through whether it's the Social Security Administration or the IRS, where they got everybody's personal information. So you got a bunch of 19-year-old knuckleheads running around with everybody's Social Security number. Okay, well, there's enough of them out there that hopefully we'll all be insulated to some degree. But don't forget, this man created Tesla. He created SpaceX. SpaceX is hugely successful because everybody's going to them to put their satellites up in space. Mm-hmm. He's got the Boring Company. Some of it's successful, some of it's not, but he's trying to dig under every city. He's trying to do it in Vegas. He's trying to do it out in LA. So this man's got, more irons in the fire than any one person has the ability to do. And he's successful in most of them. So, you can't fault him for that. Is he nuts? Absolutely. Is he single-handedly trying to repopulate the planet? Absolutely. Does he see his children? Not so much. So, you got to take the good with the bad.
Mm. Yeah. All right, Lenny. What's up? So we're at 5:25 right now. We have the wager wire coming up here in a bit. Any short topics? I know yesterday you wanted to talk about the Burning Man.
We can save that for tomorrow.
All right. Do you want to go straight into the wager wire because no, this weekend though,
college football starts.
Week 1 of college football.
I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And like, tell me your thoughts about because I know like everyone thinks like, oh, you're in New York, or you Northerners don't care much about college football. So do you want to put those naysayers to bed right now?
No, not in the least.
No.
Well, the issue is it's not necessarily Northerners, but you got to realize. Think about the rankings. Think about the best college football teams. Think about the most interesting college football teams. You got any in the Northeast? I mean, when I was growing up, Rutgers was not a powerhouse. Stony Brook wasn't even there. Syracuse came and went. You had Donovan McNabb. Okay, thank you. So there wasn't much to root for as far as that was concerned. The closest you could get was maybe Maryland, maybe Virginia. And Northerners don't, New Yorkers don't consider that. There's not, BC, Boston College, okay. But I can't think of a whole lot of them, which is why you spend a lot more time with Sunday. And don't forget, the Jets and the Giants in the metropolitan area. Mm-hmm. So that was sucking the air out of the room. But, it's Penn State, it's Ohio. You got the Florida schools. You've got Texas, you've got Alabama, Georgia, the powerhouses that have been perennials. So there's nothing like that in the Northeast to suck you in. Mm-hmm. Clemson, who the hell knew where Clemson was when I was a kid?
Yeah.
So I think that there's a rationale for that. I think now, and look, I came down here and was surprised to find a seat at a bar on a Sunday, and you couldn't get into a bar on a Saturday. So,
all right, yeah. So it's thank you for your thoughts, Lenny. But this week is week 1, and we have a lot of great matchups today. And I know the big one that everyone's been talking about is this Sunday, which is number 1 Texas in Columbus against number 3 Ohio State.
Yep.
Now, the person that normally sits here is not an Ohio State fan, and it mainly comes down to one correct call. It was pass interference. I'm sorry, Dad.
Let's see what he has to say about that.
No, he ain't watching. He
left.
I think he already did left, unless he wants to comment right now.
I don't know. Maybe we chased him away.
Yeah, or maybe the alligator that he thought he killed came back to life, and now he's it's attacking him and his friend Sid.
Probably not, but
I hope not.
Yeah,
I hope
really.
not. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're enjoying the alligator.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of great college football matchups as well. We also have Alabama, Florida State at the main at 3:30. Then we have LSU, Clemson at 7:30. Mm-hmm. And then we also have the games on Sunday because we also
pros don't start
yet, and we have Notre Dame, Miami at 7:30. Then we have at Monday we have Bill Belichick's first game as North Carolina head coach on Monday against TCU.
Yeah, who's they looking at? Florida's playing who? By the way,
Florida is playing
Long Island University. Yeah, I it's interesting because usually these big teams play. Hi, Kathy. These teams tend to play the proverbial cupcakes at the beginning of the season, just to get their feet under them a little bit. Mm-hmm. Not so far now. I mean, the 3-4 games that are starting off the season, what used to be the kickoff classics, are some serious rivalries and serious matchups. That's going to have an impact on the rankings at the end of the season for the national championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but Florida playing Long Island University.
I definitely do think it definitely comes down to like a broadcaster, like you definitely like I have no doubt in my mind that like Fox paid Ohio State to have to play like a good opponent for their first week of college football, because if you look at like the week 2 schedules, they're worse overall. Like there's no big marquee matchup that wants to go and say
the cupcakes come back in.
Yeah, those where the really big cupcakes are. So because
So that's where we're going to be talking 46-point spreads, 53-point spreads.
That's the worst thing I hate about college football. Like that's the worst thing about college football. Like sure, like those are like the weeks where I definitely would I'd rather take like the total points over under on than like actually do like the spread, because it's like, why would I even want to do Ohio State 45.5 against UConn? Like, why would I even want to do that? That's just a miserable game unless you're in too deep, unless you have like really bright scarlet red face paint at the Horseshoe. Why would you even watch that game? I'd rather go watch like a movie at that point. I'd rather go to a movie theater and just enjoy the weekend, or just go to the beach rather than just watch a 45-point spread game.
Right.
But we'll say that like it, and like at that point it's just like that's kind of reasons why I do like NFL betting a lot more, because it's definitely unless you're facing like the Giants this year, you kind of know.
Well, I remember, in their prime when the Patriots were literally unbeatable.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably was the year that the Giants were the only team that beat them. It was fascinating because each week the spreads get bigger and bigger and bigger. When you see a 21-point spread in the pros, that's a pretty egregiously large spread, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And they were getting it. The Patriots were dropping 21, 24-point lines on people, and they were covering them. So it's tough to see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to the Texas game. Let's see if Arch Manning is the savior. It's going to see, because you had kids bouncing around because of the money, the NIL, which I do not think is such a good thing. But
yeah, it's
East Carolina Pirates, nice.
Go Pirates.
Yeah.
Oh geez, I probably sorry, Barbie. I think I accidentally said the wrong thing. What I meant to say was go Navy. I'm sorry, Dave. Sorry, Bobby. I meant to say go Air Force. Nope. I meant to say go Army. Nope. Sorry.
Stop picking on Bobby. He's a loyal viewer and a good person. Yeah. And an Air Force veteran. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you, D, for your service, sir. Now go Navy.
Oh, God. I used to like Navy. Navy was a good team.
Yeah. And then actually, speaking about Navy, this is actually Lee Corso's final headgear pick.
Yep.
I mean, so I really didn't get into college football a whole lot, but I definitely know who Lee Corso was.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know like a lot of people heard the Lee Corso story recently on the morning show when I was picking on Dad after he told his Bobby Bowden story where he almost ran him off the side of a golf cart path. Yeah, but and because my dad told the story where he was at Michael Bourne's softball tournament, and where Lee Corso was playing as well, and he basically told me that there was a throw coming into home plate. Lee Corso was catching, but however,
Lee Corso was catching?
Yes.
They didn't put the old man in right field? Okay.
Probably should have, because he almost got hit by the said ball. So my dad caught the ball in front of Lee Corso's face, kind of showing him up, but it was the right thing to do.
He saved his life.
Yes.
But now that means Lee Corso is indebted to him now.
Not to Lee Corso doesn't mean that.
He should. Your father saved his life. Of course now your dad is responsible for that forever. Right.
Yes.
Isn't that how that works?
Yes. Because so Kirk Herbstreit. The reason why Lee Corso is still next to you every single Saturday during the college football season, putting on that headgear every single Sunday every single Saturday, is because my dad grabbed the ball in front of his head before he got hit by it. So please, Kirk Herbstreit, send us a thank you card every single year for the rest of your life. Anyway.
You back?
Kind of.
Okay. Fine. All right.
All right. So now we're kind of in the wager wire portion. Have you already started making your bets for college football?
No. I'll wait until Friday night.
Yeah,
Actually, I think there's a game tomorrow. Is there not?
There is a good game tomorrow, which is at 5:00. 5:30 actually. It's it's only a ranked team in the playing Thursday. It's Boise State, South Florida. Boise State's a 5.5 favorite in Tampa. And
so they're not going to be on their blue carpet. What a shame.
It's not going to be on. I know it.
I like that field.
It's going to be on Baker's turf.
Okay.
So that's amazing. Like I think there's always like a great story about the blue turf where like birds always dive bomb into it because I think the turf looks like a lake.
Well, they're looking for fish,
and then all the birds just die.
That's not fun.
I know it's not fun. Don't think me laughing means it's fun. It's unfortunate for the birds, but it's also an interesting story and probably a good reason why we don't dye our fields blue. But I also think East Carolina they dye their field purple though, I believe.
Okay.
And but of course the rest of the fields are all dye their fields green, so which is just a boring color anyway.
Well, it's supposed to look like natural grass.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
Indeed. Yeah, but then Friday games, the only good one that looks like is on Big Fox, which is Auburn Baylor. It should be a good game as well. Auburn's a 2.5 favorites. Then we have
it's a tight line.
Yeah, super tight line. But then we also have the big game, which is Texas Ohio State, which Ohio State's favored by 1.5. Low over under.
So that's basically pick 'em.
It's pick 'em at this point, but it's definitely surprising to see to have like a possible college football playoff final like immediately week 1.
Right.
And like I know it's the big test for Arch Manning at Texas because like okay, all right, here you go. First game of Saturday on broadcast television. Good luck, Arch.
Well, the kid's fairly polished. Mm-hmm. He's seen his uncles do it. He's seen I don't know if he was alive when his grandfather was doing it. Honestly, I don't think he was. Mm-hmm. When did Archie Manning retire?
Let's see.
It was probably in the mid 70s, the early 80s.
Let's see. Archie Manning retired in 1984.
Okay.
Let's see.
And Arch is maybe 20?
Arch is 2004. So that's he's 21.
He's 21, so he never saw his grandfather play.
Never saw
unless in the films, maybe. Yeah. He also, by that same token, never saw his grandfather's fans wearing paper bags on their heads.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so it definitely should be interesting to see how well Arch does this year because, and I just hope that Arch doesn't lose his Texas ID again, because I think it was during the 2023 season during his freshman redshirt year, he accidentally dropped his Texas ID and someone on Snapchat was like, "Hey, Arch dropped his ID. I have it now."
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like,
they probably issued him another one.
Yeah, they probably issued another one, and I really hope they deactivate the ID because like a lot of colleges use their ID to get into
a credit card. Yeah,
that as well. So definitely a lot of visits to Chick-fil-A before it got deactivated.
Hey, I'm taking everybody out for lunch. Let's go.
Oh yeah. There definitely was some NIL money in that lunch plan.
Yeah. Nowadays, holy cow! Some of these, some of these college players, if they get drafted late, they're probably going to take a pay cut if they get drafted in the 7th round from what they were making in college, depending on where they're going to school, which is also kind of ridiculous when you think about it. But don't forget, there's still baseball going on.
Oh yeah, and indeed, sir. So tonight your Mets and Phillies play once again, sir.
And the Mets win this, we are breathing down their back again. Yeah. They don't, we're backing out.
Yes, indeed, sir. And unfortunately, us lonely folks at the Cincinnati Reds are playing the Bricks bank truck known as the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay. Yankees pounded today too.
Yeah. It wasn't pretty. It was pretty. Oh, and I forgot to ask Lenny. Last night you were having issues with your Hard Rock bet because while you were inside the Sonny's restaurant, Hard Rock Bet kept saying that you were outside the service location. Were you able to get that fixed?
I did. I had to turn on a VPN, turn off a VPN. And this is stuff that I don't quite pay attention to or understand because it's not my ballywick, as they would say. So I got it figured out finally.
Now, most importantly, though, did your bet win?
No.
2 out of 3 at least?
Well, you know, I did a 3-way parlay with Mizrowski on the Brewers to get 7 strikeouts. He threw 10, and I was cruising. Had Hunter Brown on the Astros to get 8 strikeouts. Kid had 7. He was losing the game 6-1, and they left him into the 7th inning. 1 lousy strikeout. The last 3 innings, all they did was hit the ball, and it didn't cost him. But they pulled him out before I could get that 8th strikeout, and it didn't matter because I had Cease or Sayasi on the Padres, who's also
Dylan Cease.
Yeah, he's a fireballer, and I think he ended up with 5 strikeouts, and I needed 7 or 8. So
yeah, and like this is around the time like that finally get back into baseball, but also feels like it's also the wrong time as well because we're going to be preoccupied with college football,
and pros,
professional football. So so. You definitely watch like a lot of games, like so what's like the best way that do you like because like there might be some days where you had to skip games or like skip watching games, like what's the best way to get out of like the fatigue of like watching too many games at once?
Take my wife and go for a walk.
Yeah,
pretty much. I had Red Zone for a while, and that became really frenetic, especially when they get to the octopus and put 8 little screens on there, and you can't see anything because they're tiny little screens.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a brilliant concept, and the guy who does it is really very good at it.
Scott Hansen is one of the best out there.
But if you're a degenerate gambler or you're a fantasy football player, it fills all your needs. I've got a fantasy football draft on the 2nd, Tuesday, and that should be interesting because it's a live draft as opposed to, which is nice because now I don't have to play in an anonymous ESPN, robot league. I can do this with real live people that I can see right there. I'm taking over a team for a friend of ours, so that should be very interesting. And then I've got a pick 3 pool, which is a lot of fun. It's $105. You have action all season long, and you're picking 3 teams by the spread. You rank them 5 points, 3 points, 1 point, and it's a cumulative total at the end of the season. There's a halfway prize for the person who's in the lead at halfway of the season. There's a booby prize for the person who's got the lowest score. So toward the end of the season, people are taking the worst teams they can. Which comes back to bite them as well. But you can't miss a week to get the booby prize. But it's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. And that, it's nothing, and that's the line in the paper on, I think, Wednesday's Daily News. So that's pretty good. So I've got that. I've got a fantasy league. I've got Hard Rock bets. And we'll see. And I will be supporting the Alabama Crimson Tide because a dear friend and neighbor is a huge Alabama fan, so I support him.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely have like a little bit of like a multi-team support for me, like so because I root for Ohio State because I have a lot of family in Columbus, Ohio. They go to a lot of games. They used to be alumni at Ohio State. Well, also I do also support the Panthers of Pittsburgh as well because
Tony Dorsett.
Indeed, sir. Indeed, yeah. So, but it definitely should be a great college football year. Going back to baseball though tonight, so there's a lot of great games out there tonight as well. You have, as we mentioned, the Phillies Mets game tonight. We also have the Twins Blue Jays, Royals White Sox, Diamondbacks Brewers, Pirates Cardinals, Angels Rangers, Rockies Astros, Dodgers and Reds and Dodgers, Cubs and Giants, Tigers and A's. And that wraps up the slate for tonight. So
I'm waiting for Cal Raleigh to hit his 51st home run because I took him to hit a home run.
All right, good.
I took my boy Pete Alonso, the polar bear, to hit a home run in tonight's game. But I went a little wacky because the Mets are hitting the ball. Knocking the home runs over the wall. East side, west side, all around it. Anyway, there's never a Schaefer around when you need one.
Yeah.
But I did you'll appreciate this, a 6-leg parlay on the Mets game with Alonso, Lindor, Nimmo, Vientos, Soto, and Brett Batty all getting hits. So we'll see.
That should be an interesting one. I actually did a 4-leg parlay on your game tonight as well. I did so I had Pete Alonso at least getting a hit.
Okay.
Francisco Lindor getting a hit. Taijuan Walker giving up 2 walks, and then the Mets winning. That's I wagered $10 for it for 55.
You know what? And what's that? A 4-way parlay?
Mm-hmm.
Taijuan Walker giving up 2 walks is probably pretty good because half the time they're just walking Soto anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like saying walking Judge, who by the way had a monster day today as well.
Mm-hmm.
And and I wanted to take that game, but these early games throw me off. So if you're really not paying attention or planning on them, it's tough to catch up to them, and that's always interesting on getaway days. Usually tomorrow's getaway day, but today,
Yeah, I think there are some games that tonight that's happening tomorrow as well. Like so, and then I think a lot of teams are already leaving. Like I know, like the Braves played early today because they're going up to Philly tomorrow, but because of how close Philly is to, the Phillies are right now in New York, close to Philadelphia. They don't need to do the getaway.
That's a bus ride. Yeah.
Yeah, or an Amtrak right away.
Yeah, they're not flying. I don't think they're flying from New York to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour ride.
Yeah. But what's your thoughts about this debate between because you bet Cal Raleigh to hit a home run today? What's your thoughts about the Aaron Judge Cal Raleigh MVP debate? What's your thoughts about that?
Well, Judge missed a lot of time, and his numbers are still the best. Is he leading? Is he? Let's see. Let me see what I can find out for our little Mr. Aaron Judge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can pull up here. So it looks like Aaron Judge is still up there in batting average. I think it might still be leading batting average right now, and OPS.
He's leading the batting average.
And OPS.
He's got 41 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 95 RBIs. So I mean, Schwarber is out of control again. He's got 110 RBIs. Alonso's got 105. Cal Raleigh's got 107 RBIs.
Yeah.
He's got the 50 home runs. And I'm not quite sure what his batting average is. I'll tell you in 1 second.
I think it's like around like the 250 marks as from what I last saw. Like Cal Raleigh is okay, but like the big thing like that the main debate's focus on is like is it basically sure like the rest of the offensive stuff besides the home runs are like average.
Right.
But also the big thing is he's been a full-time catcher,
right?
While Aaron Judge like should be an outfielder, but he's been playing like DH.
Right. And he's also been hurt he's also missed a bunch of the season. Yeah.
So like like the big thing is like okay, like do you want like and I know like this the like the low stats debate came up during Shohei Ohtani's MVP candidacy as well, but when he was a pitcher and a hitter at the same time, like because I believe he was only hitting like 240, 247, but had like 46 home runs and was still and pitched like 330, and like the Bay was on like sure he's super valuable there, but also at the same time, do you want like that person to like because like individually. Like a 244 hit is not going to win MVP often. A 323 pitcher is not going to win Cy Young like in the modern times as well. But when you combine them together, you got your MVP candidate right there.
Right.
But also that debate comes down to Cal Raleigh as well because a catcher is like probably the most valuable position out in the outfield right now, the most important defensive position because he's the one that's calling the pitches to the pitcher. And make sure like the pitcher does his job as well, and make sure he's catching the ball for the pitcher as well, and does like all these defensive stuff as well. So at that point, it's just like okay, like if Aaron Judge takes this, there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say like oh the votes are not focusing on like defensive enough, but then if the votes are gonna vote for Cal Raleigh, they're going to be people saying, "Oh, come on, this guy didn't do enough offensively." It's like
he's batting 244. Schwarber's batting 245. So you look at their RBIs and their home run numbers, considering how productive that is, but their batting average is below 250. So it's tough to see.
Yeah, but also think about Schwarber as well. What's his primary position?
First base, is he not?
No, Bryce Harper's first baseman.
Oh, so Schwarber's DHing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. But so the name now would just say now I think like a lot of people will be in the consensus of Schwarber's not gonna be like that main like short like you can't like trust Schwarber to be like in the field at all. You can't trust to do that. Like Schwarber's just a DH guy. Does he deserve to win MVP?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. So we'll see. I mean, don't forget, Judge has those numbers up, and how much time did he miss this season? It was easily a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it might have been more than that actually. But and then the trick to see is what did the Yankees do with Judge out of the lineup and Judge in the lineup? So if the Yankees dropped down or lost when Judge was out of the lineup, and then he came back and they started winning again, that just says he's a valuable player.
Mm-hmm.
Most or not, we don't know, but
yeah.
But
so right now, according to ESPN Bet, Cal Raleigh is the favorite at 120. Aaron Judge is at minus 105 right now. For NL MVP, Shohei Ohtani is at minus 5,000 right now. Kyle Schwarber's at plus 900. No one else is even close. AL Cy Young right now, Tariq Skubal of the Tigers is minus 150. Garrett Crochet is at plus 105. NL Cy Young, Paul Skeens.
Yeah, who's having a fair season, not a great season. I don't think he's got a positive win-loss record, does he?
I think he's
like 5-8 or something like that.
I think he's 8-9, but he has a 207 earned run average right now.
A whole bunch of strikeouts.
I think 181 right now.
Right.
He's leading the league with ERA plus. He's leading the National League in game starts and leading National League in FIP and leading all of Major League Baseball with home runs per 9 innings.
See, I would have put Wheeler in that conversation, but now he's on the IL.
Yeah, and he's out for the rest of the year now.
Yeah, so that pulls him out of that. But he was having a great season.
Mm.
So.
Yeah. So and like oh geez, Bobby commenting is like, okay, go Wolfpack, go Air Force, Bobby. You're welcome.
Right.
Yeah. So all right. But I know I had this debate with my dad like a while like years ago when he was talking about like Jacob deGrom when he was like at his best with the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Because like notoriously with his like he had an awful record with I think it was like 10-7 9-8 like a few years there, and my dad was like the most important thing the pitcher needs to do is get the wins all the time, like to prove like to the regular people, like to the regular fan that you need to get a win, because otherwise if people might like you gain like a shot throughout 6 innings, but if you don't get the win, like you don't really get the credit that you get from the fans.
Sure. And you don't see a lot of 18-4 or 21-6 records anymore either. So it's tough. Pitching's changed. The way pitchers are managed has changed dramatically. I think they're creating a separate reliever award this year, so that they're not going to be conflated in with starters. So, and it's not the Rolaids Award, but they're adding in an award for relievers, I believe. I just heard about that the other day, so I'm not positive what it is. And they were just, I don't know if it's in the discussion stage or they're coming up with one. So.
I think from what it looks like, it's so basically, so MLB had their own like reliever of the year awards, but now this year they're going to be joined. So basically, the Baseball Writers of America are basically going to like vote on the awards themselves.
Okay.
So the writers of baseball writers are going to vote on the award because I think like in the past it used to be like an MLB committee that voted on like reliever of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. So there's definitely a lot of great baseball out there as well. So
look, I'd like to see Raleigh hit 60 home runs. He's got 10 to go. I was listening to the radio on the way in because the rest of the news was just so horrible with what happened in Minnesota, or Minneapolis, I mean, and it was just I couldn't listen to it anymore because it was also the same thing and the same poor child dunking under the pews and things. It was horrific to have to listen to. So I put on MLB Network, and they were talking about how he needs to hit a home run every 2.5 games to make it to 60.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, because, as they said, they're like bananas. They come in bunches.
Yeah. I definitely do hope Barrell hits 60. I really hope he hits 62, or possibly past 63 as well, to be like the the clean record bearer.
Right.
That'll be great as well. Like and plus to get if he at least gets to 60, and if he does get, I think he'll win MVP. But if he gets to 63, he'll definitely win MVP.
Yeah, if he does that, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, because those are those impressive records that people like to hear about.
Mm.
So it's not a bad thing,
Let's
you know.
see. All right, let me go to the standings real quick and see how everyone's standing right now. Toronto. So right now in the AL East, right now Toronto Blue Jays have a 4-game lead over the Red Sox and the Yankees. Tigers have a 9.5 game lead over the Royals. Astros have a 1.5 game lead over the Mariners. In the NL East, the Phillies are up 5 games over the Mets.
Right, it'll be 4 tonight.
Yeah. Central Brewers are up 6.5 games over the Cubs, and then Dodgers are up 1 game ahead of the Padres right now. Yeah. And then right now, the wild card spots are going to the Red Sox, Yankees, and Mariners in the American League, and then the Cubs, Padres, and Mets are currently in the spot right now. The Reds are 3.5 games back behind the Mets for the 6th wild card spot, and then in the American League, the Royals are down 3 games behind the Mariners. Right?
So the Reds must have had a really lousy week because one point over the weekend, the Mets were the 4th team and the Reds were the 3rd team. Mm-hmm. So there's still a lot of baseball to play.
Yeah.
So, how many games? Add up one of those teams and see how many games they played.
Which one? Which
Anybody, it doesn't matter. I'm just looking for a ballpark of how many games are left.
Let's see how many games.
I think there's about 25, maybe a little bit more.
Let's see how many games are left.
Because we're going to into late September.
Yeah. So 72. Right now, the Houston Astros are 72-60 right now. So that's 132 games. So that's
another 30 games.
That's 30 games. Like around 28 to 32 games left for depending on who's playing.
That's a lot of baseball to play. Yeah,
and already right now, as of this point, the Rockies have already so far the only team that's been eliminated right now is the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah,
and that's too big.
And they were eliminated on opening day. It seemed. Oh my goodness! How bad were they at the start of the season?
It was an awful time, Lenny. Yep. It was an awful time.
So
yeah, sure. All right. So what's your big bet of the day?
Well, I took that 6-leg parlay of all the Mets hitting, and from time to time you see it. You see every one of the starters gets a hit, and it's fabulous. Of course, I did that one day, and I had a huge bet, and I had every one of them, and Alonso went 0 for 5 that day, and it was like, you got to be kidding me, Pete. How could you do that? And every other Mets starter hit, and I had like 6 of them, and it wasn't him. So that really was just too bad.
Yeah.
But he's due for a home run. Raleigh hit one the other day, so maybe he'll hit another one. We'll see. He's a powerful young man.
And my big bet of the night is actually for tomorrow night because I'm gonna go ahead and take Boise State to give up the points. They're -5 against South Florida in Tampa, but I do think they're gonna be a great team this year. So I do think they're going to win the Mountain West again this year. So,
okay. They're a solid team.
All right, Lenny, it's been a great honor doing this show again with you.
Thank you very much. Hey, as long as there's a Blevins in the studio, we're good.
Indeed, sir. Yeah. So thankfully tomorrow normal operations will resume for Bollocks this evening. Right. And when you come with a new topic for tomorrow, well, what's your thoughts?
I was talking to Dad a couple weeks ago to talk about doing transatlantic travel back in the olden days, like when you always hear stories of, John Adams was in Paris or England, and Ben Franklin was in Paris, and Thomas Jefferson learned how to make French fries and ice cream in France, and they all go to England. And those were not easy voyages. Those were, like weeks to get across and come back. And they were there. And it wasn't like they went for the long weekend. They were there for a while too. I think that was pretty fabulous because then you have no contact with what's going on at home. Back in the late 1700s, early 1800s, if you're in Europe, you have no idea what's necessarily going on in North America until a ship comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So that fascinates me how people got stuff accomplished like that. Especially in the land of diplomacy, because you go over there with an agenda, you spend 3, 4, 5 weeks doing it. Takes you a couple of weeks to get there, a couple of weeks to get back. You come back, and circumstances may have completely changed. So it's fascinating to see that anything actually got accomplished in a viable fashion. So we'll see. We've got Land Title coming in to talk about your closing and title needs. So stay tuned for that. That show will be starting in just a couple of moments.
Yes, indeed, Lenny.
And thanks for hosting.
All right, thank you.
me.
All right, thank you so much, Lenny. Now, if you do me a favor though, get ready to put your thumb on the big red button that you see behind your iPad right now. And
Excuse me, did you say Big Red as in Cornell? Absolutely, I'll do that.
Indeed.
Go Big Red.
And indeed, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bollocks, Talks, and Tangents, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
And I'm going to say it before I push the button. We're out.